Hello, I'm Eddie at Alfaman, and I just wanted to show all you folks outside in the rusty, damp world what I do to cars that are older but cherished, and people want to keep them. So if you come a little bit closer, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with these cans of WAXOYL and a little spray can. So come and have a look underneath this Alfa Romeo Spider. It's a 2007, that makes it 17 years old, but come and have a look underneath the car. Now, I've repaired the exhaust pipes. I've just replaced these two bushes there. More importantly, I've just replaced this arm and that arm. They were both rotten. They had holes in them. I've also freed this bolt and the bolt up there and the bolts in front, and I've done four-wheel tracking with rear camber adjustment. Now, this customer was told by another garage he needed to replace his rear cross member, but I hit the cross member with a big hammer in front of the customer, and all it's got is surface rust. I don't need to replace this. There's surface rust there. Now, I've got in stock second-hand rear cross members, and I'd be delighted to fit them, but I don't need to, so why would I do it? The answer is I'm not. I've replaced the two rear roll bar links, I've cleaned the roll bar arms up, I've greased the roll bar rear rubber. What I've done as well, in the engine bay, I've serviced the car, I've got the roof to work. Now when you come forward on the car, you can see there's more surface rust underneath here, and a little bit here and here. His front cross member was replaced 4 years ago. Why didn't they WAXOYL it 4 years ago? So I'm going to WAXOYL the car now, because I don't want the car to rust away. I want to see the customer who owns this car every year with a smile upon his face. If you come over here and you look at this part here, this is the washer bottle bracket. I've sold about 6 of those because they rust away. So I'm going to give that another little coating of WAXOYL. I've also replaced his tires, and I've said I've done the tracking. And when he gets the car back, the customer will be a very, very happy man, because he would like to keep this car forever and ever. So if you go to the other end, you'll see me WAXOYL it. And what I have to do is I have to put my homemade fan on to blast all the fumes away. Also, underneath the sill panels, I've made a little bit of a hole here. Just there. And just here. There. Because I'm going to put my lance in there, and I'm going to WAXOYL the sill panels, because I do not want to have to replace the sill panels on this car because of rust. I've done one already, and I burnt myself to pieces while I did it. It's a very, very unpleasant but expensive job. So we're going to cut the camera, and as soon as I start WAXOYLing, we'll start the camera up again, and you'll see what I'm doing. When I do this in the winter time, I put my space heater on and I heat this all up. It's very delicious. What I also did, come closer, was this was rotten and we had to chop this section out and we replaced this bar and this section here and I welded it back. It's just an outrigger and it crumbled away in my hands, but only one side, which was lucky. Right, well, I've done the car, I've wax oiled everywhere where I can, I've done the sill panels, I've done the brake disc backing plates, I've done all internal parts like the sill panels and the rear arms and the front cross member and any nook and cranny. I've poked my lance in there and I've sprayed the shit out of it. And not only have I sprayed the shit out of the car, I've sprayed myself as well. So I'm gonna go home now and I'm gonna have a big long shower and then I'm gonna have a beer. So I'm gonna say to you folks out there, drive safely and stay well lubricated.